don't recommend. That goal, I'm giving that a 1 out of 10. Do not touch that goal at all. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, the best place to learn how to lose weight without losing your love for food. My name is Megan, I'm a registered dietitian, and today we are going to be rating New Year's resolutions. I actually have a dog sitting here, but she doesn't really want to be shown. I'm gonna be rating New Year's resolutions with Indy. She's camera shy, and there's also Bailey who's sitting right here very sweetly. Maybe I'll show you at the end of the video. So indeed, it is January once again, and what that means is it is time to start thinking about what you want to accomplish, what's going to be your New Year's resolution. And what I want to do for you is help guide you so you can make a New Year's resolution that actually works, or it's not too difficult to stick to, and you can actually meet your goals. So that's the purpose of this video. I'm going to be reviewing some New Year's resolutions that I've seen online, on Instagram. I heard some of these on podcasts. I'm going to give you an idea of why certain resolutions are better than others and how you could go about improving some of these common New Year's resolutions. So let's get right into it. So I have a list of 10 New Year's resolutions and I've written it down here. Let's get right into it with resolution number 1. So this resolution was to lift weights for 3 minutes every day of the entire year. A lot of people's New Year's resolutions revolve around fitness and health and exercising. So I will say it's great to exercise, but my main issue with this resolution is that it says that I'm going to do this one thing every day for the rest of the year. This tends to set people up for failure. I've done things like this before. I think it more had to do with journaling every day for the whole year, and it was just really difficult to maintain after a while. And even so, later on in the year, I didn't really care as much about it. My priorities changed. So for this one, I would say that yes, it's good to lift weights, but number 1, you're probably not going to be able to maintain this every day of the year. But also for 3 minutes a day, I don't know if it's really going to make all that big of a difference. It might just be more of a hassle. I would probably recommend creating some sort of fitness plan, whether it be something that you come up with by consulting a personal trainer, or if you get advice from a fitness expert, something like that where it can really hone in your efforts and give you more bang for your buck than trying to do just this little tiny thing for 3 minutes a day every day of the year. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on New Year's resolution 1. Let's go on to New Year's resolution 2. This one is try something new each month. And I actually really like this one. So kind of to bounce off the last one, I'm really a big fan of saying, this is something I'm going to work on this month. Next month, I might work on something else. I'm much more of a fan of creating goals each month than creating goals for the whole year. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions in general, but this is the time when people are making them, and so I wanted to give you some support because this is something that probably a lot of you are doing right now. But just so you know, you can make resolutions any time of the year, and I prefer doing resolutions or creating resolutions that you're gonna do for a month. So that's why I really like this one. It's also not super specific. It says try something new each month, which the sky's the limit, right? You can change what you're going to be trying each month depending on where you're at in life and how you're feeling. So I like this one. Oh, I'm supposed to rate them. I'm gonna give this one probably an 8. I might even go 8.5. because I think this one's a solid New Year's resolution. The first one, I'm probably going to give that one a 4 out of 10. It might do something for you, but I'd say there are better ways to focus your effort. New Year's resolution number 3, walk a mile a day. This one, it depends on how you're looking at it. If you're saying you're going to walk, like the accumulation of your steps for that day is going to be at least a mile, I say perfect. If you're trying to say that every day you're going to set aside time to walk a mile, I think it's going to be hard to do that every single day. I would say for this New Year's resolution, it would be better just to use this in counting steps, to at least walk a mile each day cumulatively in the whole day. So I would give this resolution, if you're looking at it like that, I'd probably say this one is an 8. I think it's a pretty good resolution. It's not like the best resolution, but who am I to say what the best resolution is? I don't know. By the way, have you hit that like button yet? If you haven't, make sure you do, because Indy would be so happy if you would do it. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so the next resolution that Indy and I are gonna talk about is read 1 book a month. And like I said before, I really like the whole month aspect of New Year's resolutions and trying to do something every day for a whole month, or trying to do something new every month, or like this one, read a new book each month. And I think it's something that can be realistic for a lot of people, because that's a good time frame to read a book, but a lot of people probably put it off. And so I think a month time frame is really good for this. I would give this one a 9. It's definitely more challenging, but I think it's realistic and I think it's a good goal. Next, we have turn off your phone 1 night per week. I will say right off the bat, I think this is a good goal because it's realistic. You're not saying, I'm going to turn off my phone every night. I'm really a big fan of setting numbers of days to do something. So in this case, I'm going to do this once per week. You could also maybe say you want to do it twice per week, or eventually you build up to doing it 3 or 4 times. It's really dependent on you and where you're at, if you've done this before or if it's going to be really difficult for you. If it's going to be really difficult for you, just say I'm going to do it once per week. And this goes for any goal. It doesn't have to be turning off your phone. It could be anything. This goal I like, and I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Okay, the next goal is eat more vegetables. Now, right off the bat, the thing I don't like about this goal is that it is super unspecific. How do I eat more vegetables? Like, is there a specific way I'm gonna go about eating more vegetables? Should I eat more vegetables at dinner? Do I need to eat more vegetables at breakfast or snacks? Just saying I'm going to eat more vegetables doesn't give you anything concrete to use to actually attain it. So that's why I don't love this New Year's resolution as much. If you made it more specific, say, I'm going to eat a vegetable for dinner 3 times per week. I think that's a great goal to work on. So that's how I would do the eat more vegetables goal. Make it more specific. Okay, next. This goal, I'm gonna say right off the bat, I love the idea of this goal. I've tried to do this goal before in the past, and that is don't check your phone first thing in the morning. Do something else other than check your phone. I've also heard this said, don't check your phone for an hour after waking up. I would say specify a little bit, just like the last ones we were talking about, and say like how many days of the week do you want to work on this at first? And then you can slowly build up on that. So I would give this one, not checking your phone in the morning first thing. I love the idea of this goal, but it needs just a little bit more specificity. So I will give this one a 7. Goal number 8. This is a personal goal that I actually did, and this goal was don't eat any sugar for 3 months. No sugar at all. I think this goal is silly, but I think this is actually a common thing for people to do as their goals. My thought process around this goal was, man, if I just didn't eat any sugar for 3 months, imagine how healthy I would be. Imagine how ripped I would probably be and skinny I would probably be. Yes, these are actually thoughts that went through my head. And they're probably things that other people have thought about too. But I can tell you that by the end of the 3 months, it wasn't this magical change. I wasn't magically this amazingly healthy person. I actually think that it messed up my relationship with food, if I'm totally honest. It made me feel like I was depriving myself of foods that I really loved. especially because I have a sweet tooth and ice cream is probably my favorite food ever. And I didn't eat ice cream for 3 months. I did cave here and there, but ice cream, I actually didn't eat it for 3 months. And I think this really messed up my relationship with food because I felt like these foods were off limits and they were forbidden. And afterwards, when I hit that point, honestly, I started eating a lot more ice cream, and probably more than I should have, but it's because I felt deprived, and now all of a sudden I could have it, and so I was just indulging in it all the time. So coming up with a goal that says you cannot eat a certain food is really more counterproductive than if you were to say, I'm going to cut back on this food, or instead of eating this food 4 times per week, I'm going to try and eat this food 3 times per week. And then maybe build on that and say, now I'm gonna eat it 2 times, or now just once per week. I feel like that is much more realistic than saying, I'm gonna cut out this food that I love to eat and I'm really used to eating it, and I'm just not gonna ever eat it again. Plus, that's just like not any fun at all. So don't recommend. That goal, I'm giving that a 1 out of 10. Do not touch that goal at all. Okay, almost to the end. Goal number 9, move my body daily. This goal, I think, is pretty great, actually. Move my body daily, and I think you could specify, maybe you walk around for work every day. Maybe you want to move your body in a fun way that's not at work, like when you're at home. I don't know. You could specify this goal a little bit, but honestly, I think it's a 9 out of 10, just how it is. I think this goal focuses on moving your body, being happy, not being stressed about having to be active. So 9 out of 10 from me. And that brings us to goal number 10. I'm going to quit or cut back on eating carbs. And I'm sure somebody has a goal related to eating less carbs. I've heard people say that my New Year's resolution is to eat less carbs or to cut out carbs completely. And this is a huge misconception, and I'm sure I've talked about it in other videos because this is one of the things that I'm super passionate about. Carbs are important to eat every day, every meal and snack. It really just matters most what types of carbs you're eating, what sources you're getting carbs from, rather than not eating carbs at all. I don't like this goal. I would say something better that you could do as a goal is saying, I'm going to swap my calorie-dense carbs for nutrient-dense carbs twice a week. An example of a swap would be swapping white rice to brown rice, or white bread to whole wheat bread. So that's just an example of how you can make that goal better. But as it is, I'm gonna give that goal a 1 because I'm not a fan. Anyway, that is all 10 of the New Year's resolutions that I'm gonna be talking about today. And just to summarize, here are 2 main things I want you to get out of this video. Number 1, make your goal specific. Sure, your New Year's resolution could be broad, but then go and create specific goals to help you reach that broad resolution. And then number 2, understand that your goals are probably going to change throughout the year. So instead of creating a goal that says, I'm going to do this one thing every day for the entire year, just say you're gonna do the goal for a month and then you're gonna reevaluate. And you might feel like after watching this video, you want to try out some of these New Year's resolutions or use them as your own. I think that's great. I will just caution you not to try and have too many New Year's resolutions at one time. And I explain the exact reasoning why in my last video, which was 3 things to avoid when creating your New Year's resolution. So make sure you also go watch that video. I'm going to link it right up here. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave me a comment below and let me know what your New Year's resolution is this year. I would love to hear some more ideas. If you liked this video or got something out of it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you want to see more videos on how to lose weight without losing your love for food. Make sure you also go follow me on Instagram, where you can see some behind the scenes stuff and some more inspiration on how to lose weight and be healthy. And if you are ready to get serious about losing weight without losing your love for food, Make sure you also go check out my website, nutritionundefined.com, where you can pick up my free Kickstart to weight loss guide that's gonna give you 5 practical steps you can take today. With all that said, thank you again for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing year, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. You wanna say goodbye? Bye. Here's Bailey. And Indy here would really like it if you hit the like button. Bailey, no. Sit. Indy, look, up. No. Indy, look. Indy, look. She does not want to be in this video.